Hey guys, welcome back to yet another video on my channel, and in this video I'm going to be reviewing yet another Rebirth figure from Mattel. This is the Wild Roar Jurassic World Rebirth nasutoceratops. So just like the last three Wild Roar figures, and also this is the final of the first wave for the Wild Roars I will be reviewing. I already reviewed the last three and they were really great. So please check them out if you haven't saw them. I highly insist. And don't forget to give them a like and share with your friends if you want to. But of course, just like the last three, I ended up getting this one from Target, $8.99. So it's been a really long time since we have a nasutoceratops in the Mattel line. Last one I can think of, as far as I know, is from Dominion with the juvenile one. But the last like large one we've had was from the Dino Rivals toy line in 2019. I didn't even get that figure, but I'm really happy. No, but when I heard that they were coming out with the nasutoceratops figure, an adult version from Rebirth, I was really happy. And I do have the juvenile one. I just don't have it with me to compare it to. But maybe I'll do it in like a short sometime in the near future. But really happy to finally have an adult version of the species. I have a captives figure from Chaos Theory and a minifigure and everything too. But without further ado, let's just get into the figure. So starting up here at the head, you can see of dark blue. It goes from the frill all the way down to the top of the beak. We have some nice grayish, like they're more like white for the horns. As you can see, we have some spikes in the middle of the frill, which leads all the way down to right here. We have a nice yellow eye, and look, we actually have a black pupil. Good job for Mattel for this one. We have a nice open mouth right here. It almost looks like it's whistling, I think. I don't know if you noticed that. For some reason we have a little bit of dark blue right here that's separated from the rest of the dark blue on top. Same thing on the side, but it's not as like lighter or fully painted in as the side right here. So I don't know if that's just a typo or what, but I don't know, it could just be a mistake. But we have like that brown, like that tannish brown color, which leads into the blue right here, especially in the side of the eye right here, leading on both sides. If we go to the top of the figure, we go all the way down. We do have that dark blue. It goes all the way to the side right here. And then it stops right here just before we get to the end of the tail. And the rest of the body, of course, is just that dark brown, which is, I'm really disappointed when it comes to that. I mean, not the best painted Mattel figure, but definitely a really great sculpt. And one thing that's better about this version is that its eye doesn't look awkward and it's just not like a small little dot, unlike the last version. And instead, it has like a yellow eye with a black pupil. Like, that's just really cool. On the other side of the figure is pretty much the same thing, except the blue right here. You don't see that too much on the underside. I mean, you kind of see it, but on this side it has more, while on the other side it's less. See, as you can see, there's like the difference and stuff. That's really weird. But of course, if we go behind the frill, we have more of that um blue that we see on the front of the frill and the back and everything, and the front of the face right here on the back of the frill. And as you can see, it does fit in perfectly with the figure. um yeah, and if we just go down, we don't see no more coloration. It's just more of that brownish tannish color. But we do have a nice leg that leads all the way out to like right here. Leads all the way back. We have some nice I can't tell if these are skin wrinkles or not, but I don't know, they probably are. But we have some nicely painted toes. They're not painted, of course, but they do have like that glossy look to them, I think. Actually, I don't really think I see that. But we do have the front legs, and the front leg does look very muscular and has a good sculpt to it. Same thing with the back legs. The back legs like just lead all the way out, especially this one on this side, while the leg on the other side leads a little forward. If that makes any sense. We do have now the tail is actually a little short, but it's a ceratopsian, so it makes sense for the tail to be short. But yeah, so as far as that goes, it's a really good looking figure. Just not the best painted figure, but definitely a really, really, really good sculpt. We do have like some elephant like creasing and stuff like on the top. It leads like down and stuff like that. Kind of like what you would see on the skin of an elephant, if that makes any sense. But of course, just going back down to the underside. Oh yeah, and here is the code if you want to scan it into the Play app. There it is. Just get that code in. Pause the video if you need to. The speaker button for the sound, of course, because this is an electronic figure. And yeah, that would do it. Well, at least as far as I know, that will do it for the detailing of this figure. We just have all these like creasings. We have no painted claws, of course, and we do have this fine coloration. But the frill is nice and long and boxy and stuff with all these spikes around it. What you would see from the Jurassic World nasutoceratops. But yeah. Now, as far as articulation goes, you can move it out from the body like that. Same thing with the other side. Basically, what we seen like with the Maiasaura as well. No out from the body articulation for the back of the leg, so you just get that. I just made it sound a little bit, but we do have um, back leg movement. Same thing with the other side. And then, of course, just like every other figure from this wave or this line or whatever, we do have a rotating tail. And since the tail isn't painted, it kind of does look good on the figure, but at the same time, not. So, yeah, the rest just falls in. Basically, the tail and the head just fall into the action feature, of course, which is the same thing with the other three figures from this wave and some of the other figures from this line. But as far as this I mean the action feature goes, we can get a good idea of the sounds. I'm hearing about like three sounds from it, and the sounds do sound really, really great. What you would hear from the Nasutoceratops in the franchise, like from Battle at Big Rock and stuff like that, Chaos Theory, Dominion, all of its appearances it had so far. But it only has three sounds though. I'm just hearing like three sounds out of it. Not bad, not bad, but I just feel like that they could have at least added one extra one. But yeah. And definitely an action feature you would expect for a species like this because it is a ceratopsian. So of course you're gonna get that head moving action feature like that. You can go up and down if you move the tail, of course. I'm trying to hold it in place. You can rotate it like that. And yeah, that will do it for the action feature. As far as a size comparison goes, here it is with Zora Bennett. This is from the Spinal Danger set, as I said in my Maiasaura review. And as you can see, it has a really good size to it. Definitely a size that you're expecting. So if you have a human figure like this, then you would already get a good idea of the size of this figure. And speaking of the Maiasaura, here it is compared next to our Nasutoceratops. And of course, they're in the same wave. And as you can see, they do have a good size next to each other. So if you have like the Maiasaura, then you can also get a good idea of the size of this figure too. And of course, just like the Maiasaura, it's actually a very beefy figure. Because some dinosaurs like the Pachyrhinosaurus from Chaos Theory just didn't seem to have like that bulk to it. Because it was bulky in the show, but it was like very, very like skinny in the actual like in Mattel form that is. So yeah, that's very weird. But yeah, here it is compared next to the Maiasaura. And here it is compared next to the Chaos Theory Wild Roar Kentrosaurus. Now this figure released at the beginning of this year. So like basically late last year to the beginning of this year, and as you can see, they're both around the same size. Kentrosaurus does actually have a captives for rebirth. So Kentrosaurus isn't gonna be in the movie because from what I've heard, it was like changed or something. No, it wasn't changed. It just wasn't because Kentrosaurus was actually meant to be used for the Chaos Theory captives toy line, but they actually ended up changing it, and no, they switched it to the rebirth line. Same thing with the nasutoceratops. So no, I mean not nasutoceratops, the sinoceratops. So yeah, Kentrosaurus and sinoceratops may not end up being in the movie, but who knows? It's a big possibility considering their canon species. But enough about that. Here it is next to it. So final thoughts on this figure. It's a really great figure. Um, It doesn't have a lot of coloration to it, but it does have nice detail. It does have a nice looking head, and I do like the way the eyes look. And even though it has three sounds, the sounds still sound great. The action feature is cool, basically what you would expect for a species like this, as I said earlier. Articulation is fine, which you would expect, I guess. It's a ceratopsian, so it's not gonna, But I do like the horns. The horns are nice and long. And of course they're more of like in that white color, which of course makes a lot of sense for it. And yeah, that's really all I got to say about this figure. The eye placement is better. It doesn't have that much of like good articulation or like a good color scheme, but yeah, it's a good figure. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys all in the next review. Thanks for watching.